Hi there. Welcome back to Japan. It's me. Yeah, I know this is totally impromptu, and I gave no one any warning, not even on the Discord. But here I am. So let's see how many people are available on what I believe is a Thursday evening. Um, Appreciate most of you guys are probably at work, so that I fully understand. But if you're here, welcome. Welcome to anyone who might well be here. But yes, like I say, I appreciate it. Most people right now are at work, so I'm not expecting a huge number of people in the room. But hey, if you can see, can hear me, usual thing, let me know before we start talking too much. So, yeah, I've been away for a little while, but I've got a couple more videos that I want to drop tonight, but they're currently editing, so I'll let you know how that goes. This is what the background looks like without the zoo. Hey Vladimir, hey, how you doing, man? Welcome, welcome. As Vladimir's here, that means that I can officially begin the drinking. Because it wouldn't be live chat without a good old beer. Hey Sven, how you doing, man? It's the end of the working day in Moscow already. Congrats to you, sir. I'll raise a can for you there. Yeah, so like I say, I will get into the details of why everything slowed down for a few days. I'll get into some of the basics of it at least, but I just wanted to. I know it's not Saturday. I will try and do the live stream on Saturday, but I wanted to try and catch up because I didn't do a live stream last week. So I thought I'd drop in and just say hello to everyone, talk about a few things that are going on. Kampai indeed, sir. Kampai. There's more where this came from. I haven't really had a drink in a few days because so much has been going on. I'm guessing you can all hear me and see me properly. Setup's quite nice today. Like I say, in case you weren't wondering, this is kind of like what the background looks like um, when it's viewed normally. And what I can actually do is I can demonstrate. Hey, Harry, how you doing? How you doing? Hello, hello. I'll get into talking about more interesting things in a minute, but at the moment I'm just showing the background. Um, Literally, all of this, all it really is if I take away this, for example, this is just being put on the back of a piece of cardboard, and then that in itself is stood on cardboard. So it's cardboard with cardboard on top. Everything is cardboard in the truest traditions uh, of our channel. Everything is cardboard. So yes, I've been nailing stuff to cardboard for a while. Just then you can move it around, so in each one it's different. I thought it'd be a bit weird because there's faces on most of the posters. I thought it'd be a bit weird if they're always in the same place. There'd always be like one face looking over my shoulder or something weird like that. So moving them regularly works. Also, in the latest videos, I've sorted the focus problem. The focus problem is now sorted, so it's not changing between me and the faces in the background. It's just sticking with me. I had to do the manual focus thing. As you guys know, the camera in question, where is it? Be a good idea not to lose the camera. Oh, actually, I'm using it as a paperweight to stop the posters moving. The camera in question that I use has got a small preview screen that you can fold up that you can see yourself on. But with my eyesight and with the size of the screen, it's really hard for me to see if it's in focus. I don't have the greatest eyesight, um, hence the glasses. So it can be very hard to see if the camera is actually in focus. But I did a few today, and it seems to be all right. It seems to be looking good. Penguin, how you doing, mate? Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm so glad that we've actually got a few people already here. Focus, focus. Yeah, every time I say the word focus, I start thinking da na 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 da na 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 da 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 da. I can't yodel. If I could yodel, I would do that bit. I cannot yodel. Therefore, there shall be no yodeling. Again, apologies. I didn't give anyone a heads up about this live stream. Literally, if you'd asked me 15 minutes ago if I was doing this, I would have said no. This is totally spontaneous. I just had the opportunity, had a little bit of time, and I thought this is something I've got to do. In fact, actually, right now I should be editing two videos that I want to post tonight, but I thought this actually felt more pressing to me. I thought it was more pressing to just get in and chat with people. I haven't been on the Discord much recently. A lot's been going on, so this was something that I thought was worth me actually investing a bit of time in doing rather than just sort of hammering out videos. I have been trying to record, getting back onto the recording, like I say, working on the technical side as well. To save you too much bother, there's been a lot of personal stuff happening recently. Nothing particularly bad. There's been very bad and very good days in the last week. it's just been, it's just really got on top of me in a way that I wasn't able to do anything. I will be in Tokyo for the next 4 days as of tomorrow, which is one of the reasons I've been working so hard on recording tonight, because I need to get videos ready that I could upload. I might record more when I'm in Tokyo, but I like to do them in this room with a nice set and everything. So we'll see how that goes. But also I got all my tech now, which I didn't have last time I went to Tokyo. Like I got my the thing with the screen, touchscreen pad thing. So why can't I talk all of a sudden? So as a result, I mean, it's quite feasible that I can use this to like watch some videos, maybe pop this somewhere, pop a camera somewhere, maybe do some outside reactions. That would be really cool, actually. Do them kind of like I did in Korea, but with slightly better recording quality. So all kinds of fun things there. Anyway, we've got some really interesting long comments. Let's have a look and see what everyone says here. Harry, just an idea for your background posters. Put some picture wire or string on the back of the cardboard and then hang them on the wall, and with command hooks, no damage to the wall, and exchangeable at need. That's interesting. So no damage to the wall. Hang them command hooks. You might need to give me a link to. I hope that I've set up chat that it shouldn't block you for putting links, but maybe if not, private message me. But I'd like to see some links to what those kind of hooks are, because that sounds brilliant. As you know, I can't do anything like that. I did find in the 100 yen shop you have those things which are like the poles that you can put between. Like, so I got an indent in the wall there and the wall there that you can get them. You can put them like that. And I was thinking maybe having like a railing pole and using that somehow to hang things downwards from there. I mean, it's very easy using cardboard just to make a structure that hangs itself nice and neatly. But yeah, anything like that would be cool. Like I said, though, I like to have the camera relatively zoomed in to keep a nice field of view. Therefore, I don't really need too much to fill the background. In fact, a lot of the time it would probably be better to have that and then just interchange the posters more. I mean, as you can see, I've only got 5 really at the moment, and hopefully when I'm in Tokyo, I might pick up more. If I had something like 10 or 15, then yeah, maybe I would just keep on changing the camera shot, because I'd have so much behind me that it wouldn't really matter. But at the moment, I'm keeping the fairly tight zoom. That's always kind of the thing that we always did on this channel. I've always gone for a relatively tight zoom. I noticed with a lot of other channels, they kind of have the person very much in the corner or very far out. And content aside, a lot of the channels which I've liked most visually, looking at other reactors, have been ones where the person's been quite up front, in that you can, if you know the content, you only really need to see it small, and often that helps with the copyright as well. You're less likely to get copyright blocked if the things are only small in the video. But it's nice to see the person who's talking to you a little bit larger. So that's kind of the way I went for it. But anyway, let's have a look at some of the other comments. Really interesting point. We'd like to know more about that, Harry. So please do let me know. Vladimir says, I wanted to use this opportunity to thank you for your reviews. The loudness wall, which has damaged Conqueror so much. As always, like I say, I greatly appreciate anyone who wants to give me any compliments for what I do. I greatly appreciate it. I'm just, I really appreciate that you guys enjoy it. The loudness wars thing had been difficult. I mean, as with all of these things, I try to present both sides of the fence, because the truth is, anything creative, however much we might hate it, it has to exist for a reason. Because supply and demand, music is a business. Supply and demand exists. It wouldn't exist if there wasn't a reason, if it wasn't encouraging someone to buy it. And so we do have to accept that when you are looking to get your music played on radio, and getting it played on the radio. Sorry, I said it a bit like that. When you're looking to get your music played on the radio, and when you want it to be something where people will listen to it casually, let's face it, household name artist is likely to be listened to casually as much as, if not more than fanatically, then that's where compression comes in, because compression is that music that you can hear even when it's in the background. Uncompressed music sounds better to the fanatic because you can hear more detail, but doesn't stand out to the casual listener who, in their masses can be worth a lot more money. So, I always try to see both sides of these things. But yes, ultimately, when it comes to especially things like you mentioned in Conqueror, and I do agree, like Bamei's new album, I do think it's their most detailed album to date. I want to hear every last nuance, and this is why I kind of said when I don't like being negative, but when I was being negative about at least that one track, I did mention, well, come on, if you're going to do this, why don't you have? I mean, it's been decades that we've had radio version, album version. If you go on a Spotify or you go onto like a streaming service, you get a radio version of each track, which is done with heavy compression, designed to be listened to in any situation, headphones, on the train, in the background, whatever. Fine. if you buy the CD, you should get a proper version. So yeah, I mean, just sorry, expanding on the point, but thank you again for what you said there, and I really appreciate it, Vladimir. Really appreciate it. Just from my perspective, it is an important subject, and I hope that no one thinks that I'm being biased one way or the other, because I completely understand both sides of the argument. But from my side, I just want to hear the album in all its glorious little nuance and detail. Compression can be an artistic thing, but only to a very small degree. Sven, I hope you saved Yukaran's performance with Paspo, because the channel got deleted. You know what? Look, first of all, you know how I get the videos. And second of all, you know I was going to get that one quickly. I'm guessing though, if the channel got deleted, do you know why the channel got deleted? Because if it got deleted because of that kind of content, then I'm not going to review it. I haven't watched it yet because I was going to put it in a review. If it's been on a channel that got slashed, then and also, can you tell me, do you know what company Passpal is under? Because if they're under the same company as Silent Siren, I just want to have a quick check, because obviously we cover a lot of their stuff, and I just want to be sure that I can do a little bit of background checking in that case. Harry, figure out how to get on Discord from Tokyo yet? Yes, yeah, I can now. I can access it via the web. I do have web access to Discord as well. It has been obviously, this is the first time I've been to Tokyo, other than briefly passing through. It's the first time I've been to Tokyo this year. Tomorrow, it's just been way too much going on. Lots of interesting things to update you guys on, hopefully, but there's been way too much going on. Problems, good things, but a lot of problems as well, and a lot of great things, and just kind of like being, you know, when you got so much going on. I don't want to make it sound like some sort of like, I don't want to make it sound like something more than it is, but when you got kind of so much going on in your head that you just can't get yourself together to do something simple and straight, like sit down and record, edit, and upload it. Just even that is just too much to get through your head. It's just been like that. And my fault, I should have been more prepared, but I used up, like I say, I used up the bank of videos I had, kind of like trying to finish the year one and getting through the Christmas and New Year when I was traveling. So I didn't really have any videos in reserve to get me through the last few days, and just yeah, kind of burnt myself out, but not in a bad way, just in a kind of a temporary way. So I'm trying to get back on top of that as quickly as I can. Let me just quickly open up the Amazon. And by the way, I just quickly saw Harold. Hi, Harold. Nice to have you in here. I know it's a bit of a weird time just for anyone who's joining now. Apologies. I know this is not the normal time I do the live chat. I just suddenly decided to do it now for a range of reasons. So thank you for joining me. I should point out as well, I'm not going to do a hugely long one today, probably only an hour, because it's a little bit delay, but I wanted to sort of check in and say hello. I've also got a couple of videos I've got to upload today. I'm just opening up Harry's link to see if I can find these hooks. Oh, those are the ones that stick to the wall, so you can remove them easily. Interesting. Okay, I mean, I can probably get something like that therefore in like a Daiso or 100 yen shop. I'll have a look and see if I can, but thank you for that. Yeah, actually, because I've seen some of them advertised as saying like no wall damage, actually. So yes, okay, we'll have a look. Lejeune is back. Hello, Lejeune. I'm really impressed that you managed to make it in the first 15 minutes, considering the weird timing of me putting this one up there. But welcome back. Sven, because you didn't upload so much, I watched the most of your Bish reactions and all Pedro reactions too. Now I have bias on AUNID, no bias. I am going to do, there are some other Bish side projects that I want to get into that people have recommended to me. And I was even a little bit unsure about whether I should do Pedro that early, because I really want to get through the majority, the large weight of the Bish stuff first of all. Mainly I've now been focusing on listening to some of their earlier stuff as well, but once I've got through the majority of the Bish stuff, then I'll listen to more side projects, but that's not the only one. But yeah, credit AUNID's. Some of Pedro I've liked more than others, but I basically appreciate that it's a cool project, so cool on that. Brian, hello Brian. Hello and welcome back. And by the way, the focus issue is fixed on the camera now, as you should hopefully see on some of the coming videos. Seville, I'm supposed to start working soon. I am sorry, don't worry, there will still be a Saturday live stream if all goes well. It's just, like I said, I've got a lot going on. I'm trying to get everything back together. So, you know, my apologies and my thanks for everyone who's holding on for me. I really appreciate it. So just, you know, I am still on everything. Everything's still going. It's just after, like I say, Christmas and New Year burnt out my back supply of videos, and I just hit a bit of an unexpected lump in the road. It's basically sorted now. Like I said, I don't want to bore you guys with personal details, but there's some things that I'm trying to sort out at the moment, and it should all hopefully result in happiness for everyone. There you go. So, Sven Passport had the same management, but not sure which label they had. They disbanded, I think. Same management. Okay, the management negotiate the legal deal, but usually don't have the final say on the legal deal, as you would probably have noticed from her and Scandal. Obviously, they're completely independent, but the record company is the one who's swinging about on the legal side of things. So, okay, this should be safe. But thank you for letting me know. I really appreciate that. Brian, did you get to see the Osaka live from Bish on Sunday? I didn't. No. Sunday was quite an epic day. I must admit, Sunday, of all of the troublesome days I've had of recent, Sunday was the best day I've had in a very long time, I'm glad to say. But so you'll be glad to know that the fact that I was busy on Sunday was because it was actually, that was a day of great success. I really can't give you guys too much detail on what's going on at the moment, but I will try to. Apologies for all the smoke and mirrors. I just don't want to sort of mislead with things, but there is a lot of interesting stuff happening, and hopefully I'll be able to update you in the not so distant future. Let's have a look at some of the other things here. So, but yes, I would really like to see that. If there's a link to watching it again, hopefully I can. But then again, maybe I shouldn't watch too much of the live stuff because I don't want to hear a song that I'm yet to review and spoiler it on myself. But hey, let's see. Sven, no, but someone uploaded everything on Instagram in 6 parts. That's cool. You can still download it. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say a thing. In fact, Instagram, if they even notice that you've downloaded something, apparently they actually they have a little bot that sees it and it deletes your account. But I don't use Instagram anymore. I know there's some cool people on Instagram. I'm just so sick of Instagram and all of it. Everyone who follows you is a bot. I can't be bothered. So let's have a look here. Harold, by the way, I'll have to send you the ticket for the live show. I was going to ask you. I didn't know whether to ask you on here. I was checking through to see if you'd sent me any messages on that. But do you, Harold, do you have my address? I'm pretty sure you do, but if you don't, I need to send it to you, man. But yeah, I need to get all of those tickets soon, obviously, because it's only like 3 weeks until a concert. I cannot wait. I'm dying to go to that concert. So I got obviously a Bandmade concert coming up in February and 2 Silent Siren concerts coming up in May. Yes, we are loaded with concerts. Yeah, I can't sleep, so just thought I'd tune in. Well, thank you, Lejean. I really appreciate it, man. I mean, I know with the time it is where you are, but anyway, I much appreciate you tuning in. It's a shame we don't get to see so much of you, and I feel bad for that because obviously I have to post things in a time which are more favorable to everyone who is kind of west of us. But I do appreciate there are some countries east of us as well who really get a sore end of a deal when I'm tuning in to do these at like midnight. So anyway, Harry, no worries, Howard. No one expects you to disclose your private domestic issues with Daisy. You know. Yeah, anyway, clean myself off. So yeah, no, I mean, yeah, no, I appreciate that. Like I said, I want to kind of give you guys details, but at the same time, if I start talking about it, it becomes a whole conversation, and it's plenty of stuff that it's kind of it's boring. If for people who are on a channel to talk about music, it's boring to talk about my own stuff. So let's just that's why. John, that's why you make a private account and only let your inner circle us follow it. Interesting. Probably should. Actually, do you know what? That's what I should start doing. The Patreon. I should just be using the Patreon to just post all my personal stuff's going on. I really don't think that even if people were involved in my personal life, they would particularly care. It's interesting to me, but not to anyone else. Send it same address as the CD. Of course, you have my address because you sent the CD. Yeah, if you can send it to the same address that the CD went to, that would be epic because yes, that is where I will be for the majority of the time. Usual thing, just make sure my name's nice and clear. I've had a few bits of posts come to here, and it's interesting because as anyone knows, if you've been following the channel for a while and you've heard about where I am now, the building we're in is shared. It's kind of like 40% our building, 60% a large delivery company, and our post kind of just comes from them, and they just walk around the corner and give it to us. But our company here also does a huge amount of import export, so it's just boxes and things moving everywhere, and it's very hard to make sure things go to the right place. Unless the name is written on it nice and clearly, it's like, hey, this one's for Howard. So yeah, I really appreciate that. The last thing actually you sent was the CD was great. It just immediately came to me. Penguin, good to hear that Lauren will finally get his own show. That's the name of the French. I choked. I literally choked reading that. It's kind of horrifying. Lorraine, the French bear. I should not do a French accent because I cannot do a French accent. Enough said about that. What is this live ticket Hera is sending? It is for seeing Bandmade on the 13th of February, which is why I've asked, please, if you know anything about the set list for the show, do not spoiler it for me. I want to go there, and I just want, to me, I mean, credit to anyone who's happy to do it, especially if you're not going to a show. I totally understand, but I cannot understand why anyone would want to see the set list before you go to the show. It's kind of like, that's the whole excitement for me, is you're in there and you don't know what song's coming next, and it's just that excitement of, oh, are they going to play my favorite song? Is it going to come up? And sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but you always get like songs that you enjoy, and you never know what's going to happen next. I do not want to know the set list, so yes, it's for the February 13th. Do not spoiler it, or I will kill you. That's not a death threat, YouTube. Don't take my channel down. It was totally figurative. If it was a simile, I will do something like kill you. That's what I meant to say. Anyway, where was I going with this? Hey, Georgie's here. How are you doing, Georgie, sir? Privet Vladimir. Oh, Privet Vladimir. Oh, I guess what the Russian names are all joining together. That's nice. So it's a little bit of camaraderie. See how I did that? Camaraderie on the channel. Hopefully, I'm looking forward to seeing Georgie sometime as well in March. So lots of cool things happening. Jean, February 13th. That's my birthday. I now feel guilty that I am not bringing you. Sorry. Hey, Zimph, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. By the way, everyone in there's 14 people in here. I know this is only a short live stream of me catching up, but you know how it works. Statistically, everything's better if you can press like. So if you're in here and you're enjoying the conversation, just me wittering, if you press like, it's just kind of good for the channel stats, trying to bring them all up. Just to, oh, wait a second. We've got 2 comments here. Brian, they have been varying the set list a lot this tour. They could be doing 50 different songs over the 2 nights. That's cool. That's that makes it more interesting for me. Just as long as they're designing the show to be enjoyable for people who go for 1 night and they're not just trying to trade on people going to both. Bandmade has changed set list for the live show on tour. No one will know. Good. That's where it should be. In fact, if to be honest, if it was me, if I was in one of these bands, I would never ever pre-release my set list ever. Like I said, I don't believe in it. I think it's it's kind of like when you see one of those movie trailers and the movie trailer shows you like the ending of the film or like all the plot twists. You're like, well, come on, man. It's like part of the. It's not just about not just about, hey, this is cool. It's part of the joy is that kind of that build up, the excitement as well. So yeah, I really don't understand, and it's really popular in Japan. Japanese bands love doing this, but I really don't understand that. Plus, also, I think for a band, it's interesting when you can go on stage and you can just go, "Hey, sure, we play this one tonight. Yeah, let's play this. We'll feel more like playing this," and they can just pick based on what they feel like on the night. I believe that's a much better way of doing it. Just my opinion. As always, my opinions are being put forward. Again, another accent they should not do. Let's see what everyone's saying. Vladimir and Georgie are saying hello to each other. That's nice. Lejeune, seeing Bandmade without me is fine. What would really make me jealous is if you were seeing L'Arc-en-Ciel, since their arena tour just started a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, in fact, I heard about that. A lot of hype around them. I've already tried to get a L'Arc-en-Ciel video uploaded, but the copyright is monstrous. Can't touch them with a 10-foot barge pole. Unfortunately, I am still trying. Every now and then I try and pick up a new one, but it's not really working. Harry Scandal did the same thing on their last tour, a different set list for each show. Oh, that's cool. I mean, like, obviously, you should always play your most popular songs at every show. If you've got like hits that everyone knows, you should play them because it's just fair on your fans and people who are maybe seeing you for the first time. But other than those sort of core songs that everyone's going to want to hear, you should mix it up. You should just do what you feel like. Um, the genre, really? What Larkon's reaction? How come I never knew this? Because I never posted it. That's kind of what I was saying. I think I probably didn't word that well enough. I couldn't do it because L'Arc-en-Ciel's copyright is a nightmare. Um, what song did you? I can't even remember now. Actually, it's been a couple of months since I last tried. I should go back and try again. I thought I'd give myself fresh ears before diving back into it, but um, it's difficult because they're one of those groups who I'd really like to do something with. Um, there was a couple. It was the ones with the funny European sounding names, L'Arc-en-Ciel and Duran Gray, and also Otherworld, those sorts of groups. It's actually, I'll be honest with you, we get some people saying we don't cover enough male-led bands on the channel, and I don't completely disagree. I've got nothing wrong with it. In fact, you guys know there's a reason why. There's a technical reason actually why I think female voices are better in a lot of music. But there's not to say there's not a lot of great male-led groups who I really enjoy. But it does seem that a lot of the most popular male-led groups you cannot do a video about because they seem to have the heaviest copyright. Maybe because they're been around for longer. Asian Kung Fu Generation, copyright strikes. L'Arc-en-Ciel, copyright. Duran Gray, copyright. Otherworld, copyright. The only one we really get away with is One OK Rock, which is we've got another One OK Rock coming up. Quite interesting. Actually, the One OK Rock one coming up is going to be a two-parter. It's a two-parter where I'm listening first of all to One OK Rock's version of a song, and then to Girls Band Kakumai doing the same song. So we can hear it both in the original version and a version done by a female-led rock group who we've actually enjoyed on this channel. A smaller group, but one who I've enjoyed a lot. Harry, speak of Scandal, I hope they announce their US tour dates soon. They just announced the 3 European dates this past week. That's cool. I'm glad to see Scandal doing stuff. They need to be getting more representation. Again, guys, if you're enjoying, press the like it, please like it, because if you like it, then it's good for my stats. And I need some good stats right now because I'm trying to pick everything. But once again, apologies for the fact that things have been quiet the last few days. Are just a lot going on. But don't worry, we're still here. Everything's still alive. No one died. Not me. Well, anyway, where are we going? Oh, here we go. I really have no idea. There was a message that just came through. Well, luckily, this is the good thing about having moderators here. There was a message that I couldn't tell what on earth it meant, but it could mean something I didn't want it to mean. So thank you for our moderators for jumping in there. Hannah Elizabeth, hey, welcome back. Hello, good job. I was only doing my accounts. Thank you. I really appreciate there's so many people available today, considering that I thought, just like I say, just about 15 minutes before I came online, I was like, all right, I got to do this. Just suddenly, spur of the moment, I've got to do it. I've got to catch up. Just in case for any reason I don't get to do the live stream again this weekend. I am trying to get back to Saturday schedules, but you know what it is. Doing my best. But anyway, I'm happy to put them down and ignore them for a bit. Live chat on a Wednesday. Yeah, thank you. Is it Wednesday? It is Wednesday. Yeah, it's Wednesday. So I've got I've got a person who keeps on posting messages they shouldn't. So let's just hide them for now. Okay, cool. Sorry, just wonderful moderation work going on here. So let's have a little look and see. So anyway, like I say, appreciation if you can press the like button just while we are talking. So yeah, it's been a case of catching up with a few things and just sort of trying to get my head around some stuff. But during the last week or so, like I say, just too much going on. I tried to sit down. Things that for me, these have to be really good. I want to do everything in one take. There's a couple I did that have edits in them, which I'm really not happy about. But I wanted to do everything in one take, and I just found a couple of times I was sitting down, like I said, so much going on that when I sat down to concentrate on doing it, I kind of realized that there was actually one. I got to admit, I was doing one review. I had to stop it halfway through because I realized I just wasn't concentrating on the song as much as I should have been, and that's when I sort of said, no, just I need to stop for a bit because there was it was too many other things that I needed to deal with. So, like I say, I need to get ahead of the videos again, get a good number of videos produced in advance, so that when I have these sort of kind of like situations occur, there's stuff already ready to go up. So we did that once before. Then I got trapped in Korea and I lost all the ones I recorded in advance. Then there was the instance where I got ahead of the videos again before Christmas, but then because of Christmas, they all got used up. So I really need to get ahead on videos, really get a good buffer. But working through all the Reddit suggestions has been fantastic. So as always, if you are wanting to suggest songs, do it on the Reddit, because the Reddit's where I see them, and I'm just sort of piling through them now. It's giving me lots to do, which is great. And like I said, quality is the most important thing. There's no point in me just sort of thumping out loads of videos where I'll sit there and go, and at the end just make some meaningless comment that no one cares about. I want to try and say something relatively insightful, relatively subjective and objective about every single song. There has been some really interesting ones that I've reviewed today, which were from the Reddit suggestion thread. I don't want to call out which ones they were though, because it might give away too much. But let's see what everyone's saying. Better be a Wednesday, otherwise I screw up my entire week. It is a Wednesday. It was Wednesday. Sorry, it's just because we're so far ahead here. It's just turned Thursday here because we're over midnight. Don't worry. You're good. It is indeed Wednesday, says Harry. Okay, that's fair enough. It's only Thursday for me and LeJean and Harold at the moment. We're the only ones who are living in the future right now. So yeah, anyway, as you can see, these are the 5 posters that are currently available. There are some other smaller ones that I should actually put up. And Daisy's not there. No, I should. Again, we agreed that Daisy was going to be here for the live chat, if not for the actual video. So my bad. Let's have a look here. Thursday 4 a.m. for me. Yeah, exactly. So LeJean is living in the future. Spaceships and stuff fly over his head while he looks out his window. He's like, oh, the future. I really don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I have been indulging in a little bit of coffee. It is true. Oops, I shouldn't have shown a brand. There's just branding all over this coffee. It's impossible to. Oh, balls. Oh, there's a little bit left. Good. Oh well, it's not sponsored. And anyway, unless you live in Japan, you can't get it. So let's have a look here. Flying cars, you do. There are. You live in the world of. We live in the world of tomorrow, literally. So yeah, where was I going with this? What was I saying? Oh yeah, I just realized my zoom lens. Let's see if I put my zoom lens over here. I don't know why I'm doing this. This is completely meaningless. I just suddenly felt the need to do something totally random. Doesn't appear to be working. So, oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. So should we do live chat like this in future? Oh my god, that's creepy. That's incredibly creepy. How do can we get it to focus? Yeah. That's the wrong way. I don't know why I find this creepy experiment so interesting, but there we go. So live chat now presented in terrifying telephoto vision. If you're logging in now, I apologize. Oh god, this is creepy. So what's behind me? Oh, there we go. There we go. That makes it all better, doesn't it? There we go. Just have a little look at Silent Siren for a few minutes. I don't know why I decided to put a zoom lens on here. If you want me to take the zoom lens off, tell me now. And it's gone. So I only found out the other day that I can actually fit camera lenses, like phone camera lenses, on this computer as well. So I don't know why I'm doing that. Again, let's have a look here. Like, are there true hoverboards in the future? No, there never will be. But you know, like skateboards. if you saw the standard of driving here, you'd be terrified of the idea of flying cars. It is true, people have enough trouble dealing with 2 dimensions. Don't give them 3 dimensions, all right? Penguin saying, I found a lot of new artists already this year. Put a few more recommendations on the Reddit, but I don't know. Want to post too many at once. Penguin is absolutely fine. I mean, when I go through the suggestion for this is one of the reasons why this my list is so complicated, and I needed it centralized like CMC has done so well for me on the Reddit. The reason why I need it centralized is because the list is based on several things. I try to balance the genres, which is difficult, so that we got a mix of different things. Also, trying to balance the sources, so we're not getting too many from one person, and that everyone's seeing some of the suggestions. Sometimes it is very difficult, and if one person's posting a lot more than everyone else, then they're more likely to come up, obviously. But still, feel free to do it. If you've got something interesting to post it. It might get a bit more delayed if you're posting a lot, but it's still if it's good music, it's good music. I want to hear it. So feel free, go for it. Spam it up. It's all fine. Harriet, run away. Indeed, looks like a horror film now. It was pretty horrific actually. Best 800 yen I ever spent. Good point. I haven't tried it on the weird pad thing. But if I put it on the pad thing, because actually what I was thinking is when I'm it does. It works on the pad thing as well. I was thinking, no, I'm not going to do it. Don't worry. I was thinking that when I'm in Tokyo, if I do the live chat, then I was hoping that for the next live chat, fingers crossed, I can take this and I can actually do a live chat outside with you guys, like a total social media Instagram freak of nature, walking around like, hey guys, welcome to the channel. Oh my god, look at Tokyo, that kind of thing. But hopefully less cringe-inducingly awful. It's still going to be cringe-inducingly awful, but it might make a nice little interesting change. I remember I used to do, and I really miss doing this. I did a few of those walk-around reactions where I did reaction whilst walking around Tokyo. That was really fun, but I didn't have the technological quality to do it well at the time because I was doing it on a camera phone, and it wasn't really possible to do it good. But now I've got more stuff. Thank you to the guys from Patreon. It has made a massive difference. I keep on saying that. It's not just coffee. You guys also help me get a head start on getting. I mean, I get really cheap secondhand electronics. I mean, like I said, this was 5,000 yen, which is about $50 now. It's a fantastic little touchscreen computer. These things have made a massive difference. So yeah, like I say, those things mean that I might be able to do stuff like that, but maybe as a live chat thing first of all, and then hopefully while I'm in Tokyo, if everything goes all right, I might be able to drop some more interesting videos where I go out and about the camera. But let's just see how that goes first of all. Let's have a look and see. I have posted many songs, says Sven. I'm looking forward to them, man. I'm looking forward to them. I've probably already got quite a few of them in the list as it goes now. Live chat from Shibuya Crossing. That's probably like the one place I wouldn't do it because all you just see is it's actually, it's a surprisingly dull place after the first few seconds. Because after the first few, because it's quite big. So if you use like you can use a fisheye lens to make it look, you can see all the detail, or you can use a more condensed lens to sort of really show the scale of things. But if you're standing there normally, everything's kind of just about far enough away to not be spectacular. That's the weird thing about Shibuya Crossing. The only thing that really hits you is the number of people walking into your face. However, if you view it from a distance, it looks very cool. Or if you set up a photograph, it looks really good. Just my opinion. Actually, I'd be really interested to know what you guys think if you've ever been there. Isn't it one of those places where it looks much more spectacular when you see it properly framed? But when you actually go there, it just kind of feels like a busy crossing. Then again, I notably have a little bit of bias against Shibuya because actually Shibuya is kind of cool. There's some really good places there, but as a general, I think it's massively overrated. Lejeune has retracted a comment. What terrible thing must you have said that I did not see? And Elizabeth, so I made an account on Reddit, made some requests, and I'm trying sheer willpower to stop the time sink. But I was wondering, how are you keeping track of it all? Okay, the way that I keep track of it, I spoke to CMC again. CMC is like the guardian angel of this stuff. He's been talking me through how to do this. I'm quite computer savvy actually. I mean, I used to work as an IT engineer, as some of you might know, but just like I say, I mean, I haven't kept up with how things like Reddit and stuff work. That was all kind of after I stopped caring. So, CMC's been really keeping me on top of how that works. And I kind of went for the simplest option, which is what I do is I just open up that thread and then I set the comments to appear in date order, simply in order posted. And then I know I always make like a bookmark note of the last one I did, and then I just start from there and work up a few more steps, take a few more, start again, and, writing down which date I got up to, or which video or which comment or review I got up to each time, and then working from there. So effectively, using that system, he's confirmed to me that technically nothing should be missed. Everything should be seen that way. No one will be overlooked, and it means that there'll never be any problems. Because the way that Reddit posts comments, like you say, is really weird. It uses the karma point thing, it uses popularity matrices and things, but in actuality, you can just say, I want to see everything in the order of date it was posted, and then just go through it. It takes a lot of scrolling, but it's worth it to not miss anything. My system. So let's have a look here. Of course, knowing Howard will get a live chat from a bar with the beer flowing. Man, if I could afford to buy beer from a bar, I would. Nah, I shouldn't whinge. The truth is, I probably could afford to buy beer from a bar, but I don't want to waste my money. When I can sit down in the comfort of my home and talk to you guys with admittedly the fantastic selection of beers that Japan has straight from the can. Yeah, I'm working like an advertising agency now. The fantastic selections of beers from the can in Japan. There you go. I would put the fisheye lens on the camera, but if I put I did that once before, but if I put the fisheye lens on this camera, you'd see just how messy this room is right now. It's pretty dirty. I do need to clean up. I mean, the fact that I can just sort of lean over and just pick up that just kind of proves the point. And just lean over, pick up the chocolate that I was eating earlier, because chocolate. And probably should clean up a little bit. It's been, like I say, I've been busy. All right, I've been busy. Done some really interesting stuff, like really interesting things. James is working on the next video in the food series. We did a premiere for the first one, but the next one won't get a premiere unless you guys specifically request it. We'll just post it on Saturday. We just did a premiere to get as many people watching that first one as possible, but the next one will be coming sometime in mid-February. I don't know what it's going to be about yet. He hasn't told me which one it's going to be, but I'm really excited to see that as well. Let's have a look here. Penguin saying, it's disappointing that you won't be able to review Lisa. No, it's another one I really wanted to do. She's having a bit of a comeback at the moment. Also found out that Supercell and Egoist videos also aren't available in Japan. Yeah, that's true. I hope that my other recommendations will be possible. I should point out, actually, that this is one thing that comes up. If you recommend something and it gets copyright blocked, I will try my hardest to just post the review without the reaction. I don't want to overlook anyone's suggestions, and I don't want anyone thinking I posted that, but he never did it. So I will try my best. I will certainly try my best to get those videos posted as well. But please be aware that I can't always keep on top of that kind of thing. But certainly, whether it's copyright blocked or not, I will try to get everything. There are some things like Lark on Seal where you can't even actually get the video a lot of the time. That used to be the case with Scandal, actually. Scandal eased up on that after they switched over to being independent. But still, they've got the problem with posting the video. You can get it now, but you can't post it. Anyway, let's look at some of the other comments here. Harry, speaking of the Reddit, CMC wants to make the Reddit more social and not just dispensary for reaction requests. So feel free to drop by Discord if you want to have any ideas in that regard. There was a deep-seated irony in what you just wrote there. I do know what you mean, though, but I think the problem is the number of social areas we have. I think when we have more followers, active followers, that might well come into its own. But I think the problem with Reddit is that Reddit is a place for very sort of deep, focused discussion on certain topics. And also, you got to remember, most people don't have Reddit accounts. So I agree. I want more people to come across and talk on the Reddit. And, CMC set up some fantastic subreddit like conversation threads that I would really love to see people commenting on. I should get in there and comment as well when I get more time. I keep on saying I will, but I should. But I do think that that's going to come maybe when we have more fans and more of a current because you look at our Discord. Our Discord is very, very active, but it's not overflowing. It's not to the point where you can't keep up with it. Even I, who only get to go on it like sort of once or twice a day, even that sometimes, I can still keep up with catch up with everything that's been posted. I think when these things get more overflowing, you'll find people going to more different things like the Reddit and stuff. So the Reddit is great there, but at the moment, if you wanted to discuss on there and you want to see some of the cool little sections that CMC's put on there, I would really encourage you to go across and check the Reddit out. But it is kind of quiet at the moment, but obviously it won't get noise until people get in there. However, if the Discord is the current sort of place to be for real good discussion. And I think the Reddit will follow. I think the Reddit will follow as we get more and more people on the Discord and they start to flow over. That's just my opinion, though. But whichever of our social medias you follow, please get involved in any of them. I really appreciate it either way. Let's have a look at some of the other things that are coming up. John, if Lisa is not an option, then I guess the Nana Mizuki is not either. Actually, you know what? Nana Mizuki, I haven't even tried yet. I really do. Nana Mizuki is like the biggest name in Akihabara. And of course, as you guys know, I spent a lot of time living around Akihabara during my life as a general rather than just recently. And she is like the big name in Akihabara, bigger than any of the ones you might think. You think of like the AKBs, you think of Bandmaid. Nana Mizuki is the one whose face is everywhere. So I really want to cover some of it. I just haven't really got around to it. I think partly because she's related to like the whole anime theme tune thing. I'm just kind of expecting it will definitely get blocked, but I should try it anyway. I should stop being so reserved and I should just jump in and try it anyway. So Sven says today it was announced that Lisa got married. Oh, at least she doesn't have to take a surname. I thought that was a good joke. Perhaps it was not. Jean, Lisa married what? Wow. Yeah, I heard about that. This is Penguin. Yeah, I do have a lot of respect for the fact that a lot of Japanese celebrities, they get married and they do it in private and they just tell you immediately afterwards. Like, oh, hey, just got married. You didn't know about that. That's probably why the Japanese paparazzi are so obsessed with looking at every woman who's even holding hands or walking near to another guy. Well, it was about time for her, says Virginia. How old is she now? Well over 30, right? Hey, whoa. Thank you very much. 30 is not a marriage sentence, okay? Just let people post whatever threads they want to discuss, but it's more likely just might get buried because of how Reddit works. Need more activity for that. Yeah, I mean, actually, what you're saying, Zim's probably worded it better. That's kind of exactly what I mean, but he's worded it in a more appropriate way for the system. My concern is that at the moment, when you post things, if they get a bit buried, don't worry. And I know that a lot of people like me kind of see it as a bit of this black magic to how Reddit works. You go on there, it's not 100% sure that the whole karma thing, they don't apparently publish exactly how that works, roughly how it works, but there's a lot of algorithms that people don't know about how the karma system works on there. And plus you post and sometimes you don't see them again because you don't know how to dig them up or get them prioritized. It is a bit, it's a lot unfriendly to first time users. So I agree with what you say though. The activity, it needs more activity for any of that. But I think that will come when we have more of it. We've got now a really active community on this channel. So it will come when things are really built up and people are looking for different outlets and saying, well, I want to use something different. Then I think people will start to spill over there. If I'm honest with you, I think probably until we've got like 3,000 or 4,000 subs, I don't see the Reddit being able to pick up much in the way of a social aspect. But I think once we're over about 3,000 or 4,000, that's when I really see that kind of kicking in, because then we're gonna have that saturation point where people are probably going to go to a Discord and think, oh, this is too busy for me. What else have they got? Oh, the Reddit. But we'll see how that plays out. We're going to have to roll that to a certain degree because this is a very hard map to plot. So Penguin's saying, but anyway, thank you. Very good point. Penguin's saying, yes, she's 32 years old. She married Tatsuhisa Suzuki. I don't know who that is. Tatsuhisa Suzuki. What, he voiced my favorite character in Some Deadly Sins. Oh, okay. There we go. There's your answer. Anime voice actor, I would guess. Penguin, it was apparently rumored that they were in a relationship before. Hera, I have to go now. Good night. Oh, well, anyway, it's good to see you, Hera. It's nice. It's nice when we have some quiet observers in the corner as well. But have a lovely evening, man. It was good talking to you. And of course, you're in Japan like me, so it's midnight for you as well. Sven, Ayapeta, a vocalist of Dizzy Sunfist, has given birth to her child, the guitarist. Otherworld is the father. I thought sorry, I didn't read the full stop. I read it as a comma, and so I was just thinking, giving birth to her child, the guitarist. I thought, well, hold up, that's some quick job application there. But yeah, the guitarist of World is the father. So I'm guessing that he's the father, but they're not married. They're dating or something. I don't know, or maybe not even that. Well, still, all the credit in the world to them. I don't really know Dizzy Son's first synopsis. If anyone hasn't and wants to suggest that in the Reddit, go ahead and do it. But John, I started listening to Dizzy Sunfish not too long ago. Appropriate time to mention this. I like them a lot. Ayapeta's English pronunciation has improved a lot. Interesting. They are married. Oh, that's nice. That's cool. Not that I really have any opinion on whether you should have kids before or after marriage. I mean, I have no particular experience in this area. If you're good parents, you're good parents. So like I say, I'm only doing a short one today. No disrespect to you guys. It's just that this was kind of like a thing that I suddenly decided to do. One thing I have to get ready for is because I've got all of this stuff. I'm having to work out how hopefully I can use this to do like reactions out and about when I'm in Tokyo. So maybe like recording the videos on this. I mean, I can use the little the camera thing that I usually use, but I think the video quality on this, the video quality on this little Huawei thing, it's really hard to pronounce, but after you get used to hearing a Chinese person say it regularly, which I luckily do, you kind of get it a bit better. Huawei. I can't do it right, but I can do it better than I could before. I love when you hear people who have never heard it pronounced properly try to say it. It's beautiful. It's like, but spat on myself. That's how bad it is. But this Huawei has an amazing camera on it. It's about all it does really have, and perhaps a link so that the Chinese government can follow everything I do. But this might be worth recording the video on. So maybe I can record the video on this whilst watching like videos on, record myself on this whilst watching videos on this and something like that. But I'm gonna have some fun. I've got some little touchscreen stands and things. Like little things you get from the 100 yen shop. You can pop them on. So I might do some outside reviews. Plus, this thing has a pretty good battery life on it as well. You can get a good few hours out of it, which for a cheap little device is fantastic. So actually, I might as well. I might even buy some of those little external battery things with some of the money I got left over from the Discord, from the Patreon. Yeah, it's there's a lot of good things that hopefully I can take advantage of if I get a little bit of time while I'm down in Tokyo over the next few days. But yeah, it's good things. Woo! Okay. Let's have a look here. So Sven's saying Akane was crowd surfing on one of Dizzy Sunfist concert. I love that. Any idea of Akane crowd surfing is good for me to hear. I would love to be underneath so I can go, hi, can I have an autograph? Oh God, kicked in the head. John, I've got to go too now. It's extremely late now. Need sleep. Lejon, as much as I love everyone on this thing, I think more than anyone, I just appreciate when you're here at all because I know that you are, I always complain about how late it is when I'm doing this. So it's a good time for everyone else. Lejon is like in the future. Lejon got them flying cars and everything. So massive thanks for you to be here. Anyway, good night. I'm glad that I did this nice and early so we could see you at Ulsa. Looking forward to seeing more of you hopefully soon. Might do the next one a bit early as well. Let's see how it goes. Harry Howard needs a selfie stick for his phone cam. Wait a second. Damn, I put it in my bag already. I still have a selfie stick, I'm pretty sure. I got one from the 100 yen shop, so I should still have it. Let's see if I have a selfie stick. But this little pocket which is full of random crap, including my passport. Yep. I've got a little camera stand that you can put your phone in as well. Ironically, it uses the same screw as a proper camera thing. So as a result, I can even put the mini SLR on there as well, which is what I was doing when I was doing those videos over New Year. And yeah, does this? How long is this? Oh crikey! Yeah, so I can selfie it up like a right tourist. I don't know if I showed it to many of you guys, but there's a fantastic warning a photograph they have in no, not a photograph, cartoon they have in Japan on the stations. As many of you might know, for more like serious injury warnings, they usually use like a cartoon to show you, like, oh, don't do this, don't do that. And one of them is don't use selfie sticks in the stations because they use overhead electricity. And it's just this fantastic video of a guy and his girlfriend hugging whilst holding a selfie stick. The selfie stick is touching an overhead electricity thing, and there's just this spark going down, and the two of them go. It's incredibly morbid when you actually think about it, and yet it looks so cute and funny on the cartoon. That's about the most Japanese thing I've ever seen. I might have shared it with you guys, or I might have shared that. I think I shared that before we had the YouTube actually. Anyway, it was fantastic, fantastic stuff. Um, let's see what everyone's saying. Fikri, hello, Fikri. Just so you know, there is a lot more Sokoninaru and Passcode coming. I know those are your two go-to names. They're coming. There's a lot more coming. See you hopefully in the next stream. Bye bye, Lejeune. Yeah, take care, sir. Great to see you again. How many playlist songs do you have? It is based on genre or just your favorite band? What do you mean by playlist song? Sorry, can you clarify? Do you mean songs that are coming up for review or songs in my own personal playlist? I might as well answer that anyway. I mean, songs in my own personal playlist is just depending on my mood and what I feel like. Songs that are in playlist for review is based on one, what people suggest in the Reddit, two, whatever is trending. I try and get videos off of the trending stream as well from YouTube for Japanese artists. And three is repeat artists who either the audience very interested in, or I just know I'm going to listen to. For example, the Silent Siren ones, they get mediocre sort of scores. You know, they get medium sort of listens, but I just find them a really relaxing band to listen to, and I know I'm going to be listening to them anyway, so I might as well do videos for all their songs. And it seems that the fans really appreciate it because I'm like the only person who seems to actually be doing regular videos for that band. But then you get stuff like Baby Metal, Bandmate. If they put well, I mean, I like these bands as well, but if they put out anything, there's a huge demand for them. So as a result, it makes sense to do that. I wouldn't regularly listen to any band that I disliked. I mean, as I said, Ninginess is not usually my sort of thing. But the reason I listen to so much of them, I mean, less than some artists, but the reason I listen to so much of them is just because I kind of just, I find them quite engaging. I like their approach. There's always something interesting about it. Similar thing with Passcode as well. Like Passcode, some of their songs I really enjoy. Some of them I'm kind of lukewarm on, but I always find it a really engaging listening. I always find that when I listen to it, I'm going to get something to talk about. Something interesting is going to happen. So, I do go and dive into those artists quite a lot, just for those reasons. But yeah, it is a mixture of three things. It's what Japanese music is trending, what Japanese music is going to be listened to by the channel anyway, for even for the fans or for myself, and what is on the Reddit suggestion thread. I try and balance all three and then try and give a difference of genre each day. So each day I don't even have like two idol groups in a day or two rock bands in a day or anything like that. I want you to have like two different videos every day. So there's something maybe for everyone. But yeah, that's why I approach it when it comes to the using stuff from the playlist. But fair question. If that's indeed what you meant. So, Sven, Backer going full Chinese tourist. Yes, indeed. With my Huawei. This, like I say, this phone has the most amazing camera. Everything else about it is incredibly average, but the camera is stunning on this thing. I mean, you could literally use it to spy on Americans. Anyway, what was that? So I'm expecting, Hannah says, I'm expecting an announcement that you brought a new editing PC from the 100 shop. Believe me, if it was possible, I would. I've got the next best thing, which is that Quiet Street in Akihabara I know about with the really good secondhand electronics, which is why all of my electronics have. I mean, I think, yeah, even this computer, like, so we got this one. It's got like telling you that it's okay, that it's not broken. The Toshiba. Similar thing again, tells you it's okay, it's not broken. Same thing on the back of the PC that I'm using right now. And yes, I do need this many computers. If you understood how we put this together. Let's have a look at some of the other things that people were saying. Harry, for CMC, since he isn't here, still no bed. Yeah, kind of sad that I did this when CMC wasn't here. I was hoping he was going to be here because it's a shame. I mean, he does like sort of vast amount for the channel. I mean, he's basically part of the team as far as I'm concerned. But like I say, this whole live stream, it just like 15 minutes before this, if you'd asked me 15 minutes before I started, am I going to do a live stream? I would have said no. And then just the right circumstances clicked up. I had a bit of time free. I'd finished editing some videos that I'd recorded earlier today. I was like, well, look, I don't have the energy to record anymore, like to focus. I thought, let's just sit down and have a chat. And I needed to catch up because obviously I hadn't done a live stream last weekend. Hopefully, going to do one on Saturday, see how it goes. But yeah, things are getting a little bit better. Don't worry, though, nothing serious, like in a bad way, has happened. Just there's been like a lot of stressful things happening. And a lot of really good things as well. So it's been quite balanced. I just haven't had time to breathe the last few days. That's the main reason. So our CMC is back. Wow, look at that. Speak of the devil. Yes, everyone says speak of the devil. Viles and what? Vile slander, no tad devil Paul. Learn to speak. Oh, vile slander, not a devil. Maybe vile slander, not a devil Paul. Okay. Oh, Hannah got that much quicker than me. CMC is the devil. Is that confirmed? Yes. Oh, okay. There we go. Sven, I will be back in a few minutes. Sven, just so you know, this is an hour-long stream. So if you're back in a few minutes, then I'm not going to be here. Just thought I'd catch up with you guys, like I say, before the Saturday one, where hopefully we're going to continue with a proper live stream again. This is me making up for all the issues in the last few days. I'll round things off in a minute, but yeah, I just thought I'd quickly jump in and talk to everyone. And thank you everyone who's pressing the like as well. I really appreciate that. So let's have a look here. Penguin saying, I thought Rena was the devil. Also true. Hannah, they're saying, don't bid the devil good day till you meet him. So good day. Thanks for your answer. I need to go. See you soon next time I stream. See you later, Fickery. Good day. Okay, so I'm going to cover a few more things just before we go then, because I'm going to round this one up in a couple of minutes. And apologies to CMC. I know you just turned up. Like I said, this was a very spontaneous thing. I wanted to quickly show you, like I say, these are the posters that are set up, but just in case you weren't here right at the beginning of the set when I showed you, this is still Cardboard Palace 100% because all of these are attached to cardboard, totally movable with that there. So, thank you, by the way, everyone who's like, I don't say this enough, and I should thank you, everyone who's sending posters and things and sending money to get this kind of stuff. And, I really appreciate that. It just makes everything look nicer, and it takes away from having the white background, which I know a lot of people have said is a little bit hard on the eyes. I must admit that all of the apps I use on my phone, I always set them to that dark mode, just because my eyes as well, but I don't like things being too bright and garish. So I totally sympathize with that. So yeah, it's totally cardboard. Also, like I say, apologies for the last few days when everything's been quiet. I really, really, really wish I could go into more detail, but I think it would be boring if I did. It's a mixture of good and bad things, but overall, I think in the final analysis, it's going to be very good. I've just had so much going on that I haven't been able to get my head around it. And I didn't have any videos saved up in advance because obviously Christmas had kind of wiped out my entire back catalogue. I'd used most of them getting through the Christmas and New Year period when I wasn't able to record so actively because I was focusing on the awards video amongst other things. So let's have a look at some of the comments here before we round this one up. CMC just saying the wisely Roberts. Yeah, that again, apologies, that should have started last week. Yeah, and actually one thing I wanted to say, I mean, I know it sounds incredibly sort of cheesy and everything, but I do want to say a big thank you to everyone because obviously when you're doing this kind of thing, one of the biggest stresses that kind of comes to mind is that this is, I mean, it's something I enjoy doing. As I keep on saying, I enjoy doing it. It's fun. Get good Patreon support, which I really appreciate. It makes all the difference. By this point, I wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for the Patreon support. So it does make a huge difference. Even the tiny little bits that people can give, they help. Like I say, half the time drinking a coffee before a review makes a massive difference to my ability to concentrate and focus because I've got so many other things to do as well as this. And this takes up so much time that just being able to buy some extra coffee because I'm fueled by coffee helps massively. So the Patreon has been a huge aid and help, and I really appreciate it. So massive thanks to that. But like I said, just a big thank you to the fact that everyone's been so tolerant. I've noticed that I was saying on the Discord about the fact that I'm apologized and look, sorry, I need a little bit of time to deal with some things, and just the fact that everyone's been incredibly supportive of that, and no one's been sort of pushing, asking questions, or just kind of accepted. That's cool. Take your time. And that's reflected in the views. It came back and everyone's been sort of really supportive of that. So like I said, I really appreciate it. I don't like to have these gaps. I like to have something prepared in advance. which I didn't have the back catalogue at this time, but I like to have something in prepared in advance so there's never any big gaps. But this was one time where it was unavoidable. As I was saying earlier in the stream, I tried a couple of times to sit down and do reviews, but I wasn't in the position to do it at the time. So it's yeah, like I say, it's massively appreciated. Is all I can really say. Massively appreciated that everyone has been so tolerant of all of this. So anyway, Penguin, it's okay. Don't stress too much about it. Yeah, thank you. Like I say, you're one of the people who's been really kind about this as well on the Discord. Just wanted to say it anyway. I do think you should always comment if you appreciate something, and I really appreciate how kind everyone's been in regards to that. Harry, just tell Daisy you're sorry and you were wrong, and the stress should be less. Domestic disputes can be very stressful. She keeps on attacking me with the hose, man. It's domestic abuse. Get sprayed with a hose. Sven, I'm back. It's like Sven, the Arnold Schwarzenegger of this chat. I'm back. CMC, yes, apologize to the lady of the hose. I know. Yeah, try not to stress about things. I'm just worried something bad had happened with no videos and not having a Discord account. I still have the site blocked in my host file. I think, yeah, apologies about that. Like I said, there's another reason why I thought it was relevant to do this live chat today to let you guys know. Anyway, like I said, I wanted to call this one an hour just because this was an impromptu thing. I wanted to make up for lost time a little bit, but at the same token, I want to focus on getting those two videos hopefully out tonight, which they should now both be saved so I can upload them, do the thumbnails, get them sorted and everything, and then have a little bit of time to chill out. It's 1:45 in the morning, so a little bit of time to do a couple of videos should be okay. And then, yeah, I'll take a chill out. And hopefully, I'm really hoping over the weekend I can do another live stream. Things are starting to get back into the swing of things. But again, thank you all for tolerating this as long as it takes. Hannah, yeah, I've read that one. Fernando, greetings from snowy Montreal. Greetings just as I say goodbye. Still appreciate you being here. I think this has been a really good live chat. Like I said, I'm keeping it to a rather condensed 1 hour this time until the one on the weekends. Feel free to go back and watch it if you missed the beginning. I had some interesting little chats back then as well. I hope you enjoy two good songs by, there's some two interesting ones actually that I'm going to post there. I've got some interesting ones hopefully coming up in the next few hours. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in as always. Really appreciate you guys, and we'll be back with another live chat, maybe from the streets of Tokyo this weekend. I'm certainly hoping. But until then, for now, again, my appreciation, my thanks. Better late than never, says Fernando. True enough. But for now, ciao, ciao.